Hello, I'm RetroJules. I've dropped down the tiers. I've been playing high tiers lately, been getting into mediums and not playing particularly well. And because of the time restraints now on the time that I can play the tanks, I'm just not able to progress tanks as quickly as I'd like. So I thought that I would drop down the tiers, re-hone my skills and go back to my faithful M4 Sherman, my go back to tank. So we're on Serene Coast, I'm top tier, hurrah, and I thought, do I do a bit of spotting? I've got my binos in this, but I've got to be careful with this tank because it's quite high, its camo rating isn't great. And I wasn't really sure where our light tanks were going, and looking at the map they're not going anywhere quickly, so I thought, well, I'm going to stick myself in my normal little light bush and do a bit of spotting. And as long as I just stay here and don't fire, I'll be fine, because this tank doesn't reverse quickly and I fire. And I try and get a side shot on the teeth. I'm taking fire, people know I'm here, that medium's lit me up, I'm trying to reverse back, and that wasn't quite how I wanted this footage to go. Moving on swiftly, and we'll forget all about that game. We're on El Haluf, and we're top tier, hurrah. And I am going to do the done thing and head for A1, where the heavies and the mediums tend to go, especially when they're top tier. Now I'll apologise in advance, this footage and the next footage do have some game glitches in them. This is some older footage that I kept when I was having problems with recording, but that's all behind me now, but you're just going to get a few glitches in the next couple of gameplays. So it's me and a DW, and the good old German DW, which has excellent armour but a dreadful gun, and just giving it a friendly little push. And we've got a T-34 just on the back side of the village, just trying to get a shot in. Nice engine shot in the side, and probably worth a blind shot. And no, there's nobody there. So I've pushed that DW forward, and the least I can do is catch up and give that tank some support. Now, our team are camping. It's a camping map, and we've got our heavies all sat up on the hill. I mean, come on. And well, even Artie's kind of sat on the hill too. They're all sat on that little area at G5. And I think you know as well as I do, if you camp in this map, you generally tend to lose, and it would appear that their team are also camping because we've really not exposed many tanks. Now, my M4 Sherman's got 12 degrees of gun depression, which is really good for playing ridge lines, but I just need to get, there we go, better. I need to get it hull down, so I am playing it like a ridge line. And just trying to do some damage to this Vanquisher. And my DW buddy is already taken out. And that was one of the first game glitches, and I do apologise for those. So I'm not going to go charging forward. Back in the day I would, and come to a certain death. I'm waiting for a little bit of support. Got a medium to my left. Good old Matilda. That's really going to help. And there's a heavy on the way too, although it looks like the heavy's going into the valley more. So there's that Vanquisher on a smidge of health. Couple of tanks up to the right, and I'm heading for that Vanquisher to see if I can take it out the game and then come back for the other two. And there it is. And job done. Nice quick auto aim. And right, got a Valentine in the back. And I'm just auto aiming these shots, and I am a little bit of an auto fire. auto aim, sorry, fiend, and the reason I do it a lot of the times is the fact that as soon as you start on auto aim, your reticle is already aiming in, and then when you go into sniper mode, it resets that and you start aiming again, and I find effectively what I'm doing is aiming twice. And a lot of the time, by the time I've done that, the tank's moved out the way or disappeared, so I am quite often tempted to just do that initial aim on an auto aim and take the shot, which is what I do quite a lot. It's a little bit clumsy, it's not particularly skillful, a lot of the time it works and a lot of the time it doesn't. And I tend to carry that through to the higher tiers where it really doesn't work. And the M4 isn't that accurate either, especially over distance. So, it's even Stevens. There's the Valentine. Oh, shot on the tracks. Just waiting for our medium to come round before I stick my nose out. Oh, that was dreadful. And now I'm on a smidge of health. And why I'm not side scraping, I don't know. Come on, Retro, should be side scraping around this corner. Give your tank a chance. Right. Job done for me. And our team are still camping. They're all on that ridge. They are no use to us whatsoever. And Artie is onto us. So it's me, the Matilda, and the Heavy. Can't remember what the Heavy was. Was it a T1? I can't remember. And we don't know where the enemy is, because there's no scouts in the centre to light them up. And the 2 tank destroyers and the 2 heavies and Artie are waiting for us to light them up. Just want to stick my binos on and have a little look. Nothing. Where is everyone? There's nobody home. Little bit nerve-wracking just at this stage in time. But so far, apart from not being on a lot of health, not a bad little game with a couple of tank kills. 6 penetrating hits. 5 criticals and a couple of spots. So, not bad for a medium, it's done a bit of everything. And yeah, you know where I'm going, don't you? Because over this hill, quite often, is one of those red squares. And that's where I'm heading. Just over this hill, it's normally sat right in the corner. Their TD's right the way over there. And nothing yet. Is it behind the hill? I'm gonna find out. I'm ready. No. They're over there. And I haven't got a shot on anything. Right, so yeah, their team were definitely camping too. So, really wish I was on a lot more health right now. I could go in a bit more brazen. Well, I've got a really pussyfoot round here if I'm going to do anything. And there's their Heavy. Oh, it's a full health KV1. An M4 on not much health. Artie's taken out. That's a massive relief. But I'm not keen on taking on a KV. And where is everyone? Well, it's just me. And one of the heavies has decided to drop into the valley. So KV knows exactly where I am. I cannot afford to get hit at all. Get a nice auto aim in, and this is just where I can use that decent gun depression just to pop up and snap these shots. And I'm certainly not in a position where I want to aim them. I'm just going to use auto aim and hope for the best, because I cannot afford to even get my paint scratched, because it will be game over. That bounced. Yeah, they're going to bounce now because it's facing me, and I really need to aim for that lower glacis or aim for a weak spot on the KV, because front on it's hard as nails at this tier. Oh, nice shots. Well, that's got the KV down to its last bit of health. Oh, that one just goes high. Our heavy's still heading up the hill, long way away. I am basically on my own. KV's coming for me. So I just need to get in a better position. And I think that M4 is still over there. Don't think the M4's been taken out. And there's the KV. Oh, it's looking this way. Oh, don't sit still. Oh, and I'm taking a shot from over the left, and the medium's appeared. And it is that M4, so I've got the M4s onto me now, so I cannot sit still. So I'm going to use a little bit downhill speed, a trusty auto aim, and just hope that speed is my enemy. And oh, that one missed. It's not the greatest tank for shooting on the move. Right, KV1 down. That was a big threat, and really pleased that I pretty much took all the health of that KV1. Well, I did actually, from beginning to end. Right, M4. Will an auto aim work? You see, auto aims can work as well. Right, 3 on 2. What do we do? Time for a bit of capping. Because it's just the two of us. And it could be just the two of them. And I'm pretty sure I saw the TD over, yeah, that side of the map. Somebody's gone, oh, they're both in there. Which isn't great. Type 91, I have no idea what that is. Oh, is that a Japanese heavy? Tier 3? Don't know, could be. But whatever it is, it's very slow and it's not going to get into the cap on time to make any difference. Or is it? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, Japanese heavy. Come on, big boy, get in the ring. Really want to see if we can save this game. Oh, a message from Dawnbreaker88. Wonder what that's about. Well, I feel like I've certainly done my bit in this game and survived, and even with a smidge of health managed to pull the game even. And is it going to count as... No, we lost that one. That's a real shame. How do we do overall? 32 grand silver, 1,200 damage, first class mastery, 4 tank kills, and Retro comes top. Hurrah. Right, let's have a look at that message from Dawnbreaker88. Good game, unfortunate. Yeah, it was a little bit of a shame, but it was a good game. I was really pleased with that. Thank you for sending that, Dawnbreaker. It was a close one. Thumbs up. There we go. Thank you very much. Right. And, oh, and a message from Casper. AJ Casper. What's Casper got to say? Let's have a look. I do like getting these messages while I'm playing. They're really nice to read. Hi Retro, your YouTube vids are good. Good game. Oh, thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Appreciate the fact that you like my videos, and I appreciate the fact that actually you watch the gameplay just to see how it all panned out. Thank you very much. Cheers. Good game. Actually no, just cheers. Let's be casual. So, we're back on Serene Coast. Now, as you saw, my first game on Serene Coast did not go particularly well, and this time we're spawning from the other side, but my tactic is pretty much the same, to get to a nice bush on the top of that railroad, on top of the rail track. Now, I don't know about you, but sometimes I find my first game when I log in is normally rubbish, as is often my second, third and fourth. But actually, I was lucky with this game session. It was just the first one that was really bad, and I thought, well, I'm back on the same map. Hopefully, well, I couldn't actually do any worse because I was the first tank killed in an instant. So, this game has got to be better. And the fact that it's the last game I'm showing you is going to prove that. So, it's me and a TD. And again, I'm top tier. Hurrah. And I was going to sit in that bush, but the TD chose that spot, and I'm not going to take that away from a TD, so I'm just going a little bit further forward. Use this rock as cover. I've got the train carriage as cover in the front, binoculars on, and just hope that something appears. And we've got a heavy charging forward to the left, and right, there's an OE. Just a little lazy auto aim just to see if I can do any damage. Nothing comes of that. And they're all charging along there. Oh, what a nice ammo rack in the OE. And there's 4 or 5 tanks appearing over there, and our team are pretty much all up on this train track. And we've got 4 going out to the east. And nice side shot on the Churchill. Churchill's onto me. I don't want to go backwards. That's going to expose my tank. That rock's good protection. I'll just roll over the bank. And I would say that my work there is done. Don't really want to be sat up on that ridge line. So just going to mosey on forward. And, well, we've lit up the enemy good and proper. And, oh, Arty. Ooh, just a smidge of RT. Have I got the... Didn't think I'd have the accuracy for that. Oh, and, well, I was going to say we can stop the game there because I'm happy now, but actually there's no point in revelling in my glory if I'm side on top of a ridgeline, because I took an almighty Bosch in the side there. Right, Matilda. Don't have to worry too much about penetration here. No idea where that shot went. Try again. So I can take Arty out right at the back of the map, but when I've got a Matilda, the accuracy of this tank does make me laugh sometimes. Right, Matilda gone, and I do feel a little bit guilty because I do like the Matilda. Razanai in the back, 1 shot in. I wouldn't just sit there if I were you, because there's another shot coming. And already we're on kill number 3. This is going remarkably well. Oh, we've just lost our heavy. Oh, Crusader, if you could just reverse up the hill, please, because that makes it much easier to shoot you. Thank you. Right, now, I'm not sure what's going on here. I don't know if this tree is good for cover, because this Wolverine doesn't seem to know. It knows I'm there now, and I don't know whether that fallen tree was good cover or whether that Wolverine just wasn't really looking where it was going and where I was. But I'm pretty sure that if a tree... Oh, it's not a fallen tree, it's actually a bush, because I thought fallen trees disappear. Right, OE experimental going in. I thought I was in trouble and I was going to go right over the railroad and out of the way, but that OE is not interested in me. But Arty is, and Arty is raining shots in on me, and I just want to go in and see if I can help, and no, job done. So you can even handbrake an M4 Sherman quite nicely. Right, the red square. I already have 1 red square in my pocket. I'd quite like 2, please. And it would seem that I am the tank for the job. I'm the closest. And it's probably going to take me a couple of shots to take RT out, but I'm going to do it on auto aim just in case it tries to shotgun me. And here we go, get nice and close. Why take 2 shots? One shot and an ammo rack does the work for you. Ah, lovely. Right, well, we completely outnumber the enemy, so we should have no problem winning this game at all. We are 4 tanks up and we still got RT. But one's an OE and one's a Churchill, so they're a little bit tough hombres at this stage in the game. And now we're only 2 tanks up, so that didn't last long, and ooh, just stayed up on that ridge line for a bit too long. And now, yet again, I'm on a smidge of health. And careful, Retro, because I have a tendency when I go through here, especially in a Cromwell, to nosedive off these cliffs and lumps, because I don't really know the exact layout of this part of the map. So I was going off to help and then realised that actually we've been capping, and It's an OE and a Churchill, and the chances of them getting back to their cap in time are unlikely, and I really wish I could get back there sooner, but I am going to help do the dirty and win by capping. And we've got Artie, so hopefully if anything's lit up, Artie will do the job. So, right, I'm on my way, and actually, I didn't realise... Oh, good shot. Artie got a shot in there. That was excellent. I didn't realise the OE is actually quite as quick as it was, and as I come across it, I'm a little bit vulnerable, and luckily the OE misses. And I can tuck myself in nice and safe here, and we win. And I don't mind winning by capping. I didn't really want to take an OE on, especially. So that was a really enjoyable game for me. Got 2 RTs, I've got 6 tanks, and oh, all the goodies come in. Demolition Expert, Bruiser, Sniper, Top Gun, not often I see that, and a First Class Mastery. So really enjoying dropping down the tiers and playing the M4 Sherman at the moment. Well, I don't know about you, but I have no qualms in dropping down the tiers. This game can be very much focused on you've got to get to tier 10, you've got to get to the end of every tech tree, and I think this is one of those games, you know, no matter how good or how long you play it for, it doesn't mean you're going to be excellent. I think you reach a pinnacle and you might just be a tanker that reaches a certain level, and I think you've got to find that level that suits you and a level where you enjoy the game. And I was sort of going up into the higher tiers, didn't really have the skills for playing tier 9 mediums, so I thought, well, I need to relearn the mediums, so I've dropped right back down to sort of tiers 5 to 7, and I'm just doing that just to play some tanks that I've got, some good old favourites, this M4 absolutely being one of them. And I think, you know, find that tier that you're happy with and get that enjoyment for the game, and don't take it too seriously. And funny enough, I was playing a tier 5 game the other day in my Sherman, and actually Cosmic Carry was out there playing in his T-67 tank destroyer. So, you know, all the guys are out there playing some of the lower tiers, and I don't think it's a problem at all. Really hope to enjoy the gameplay. Keep safe. Keep tanking, and I'll be back.